Hello, hello, I'm Steve from Mac84, and clearly I need to fix whatever the heck I was doing with my video file. I noticed the last few streams, when I have been playing the intro music, I had a separate audio track than the video track. And I was like, wait, it doesn't fade out, it's not doing the system bong whenever, you know, the chime. So, I don't know. I'll fix that later. But my goodness, we have a bunch of people in the chat. I'm looking at the wrong screen because I am an idiot. Let me pop this out here. Let me increase this to super blind mode so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. And there we go. So we have Lucas, we have Vic the Vicar, we have Cody Labs, we have Savvy Sage, we have Lucas. Garth Beagle is here. Yes, LC476, I think. Or it's a weird number. I'll look. 75, 76, something weird. Yes, it was in the last stream. And let's see, we have Dana. Hello, Dana. How's it going? Everything is Broken Garage. Hello. We have Chris. We have Gupbomb and Nick and Cube. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. I'm wearing Sean's I Love Ugly Computers shirt because I too love ugly computers. It's a fine quality product. So go to, I think it's shop.actionretro.com or something like that. Yes, exactly, Garth. Exactly. So, yeah, it's just like a Quadro 605. Just the branding is different. That's all. Anyway, a few things to talk about. Look what I got in the mail. Kid Track. Funny story behind this. I actually got this as a kid. This was something I asked for on my birthday list when I was like, I don't know, 12 or something. And I did get it, but something in the mechanism broke. I still have it, but I had a saved eBay search for one in the box for a while, and they were always like too expensive or something stupid like that. But I always wanted one in the box. Now this one came up on eBay for like, I think it was $39. And at first I was like, that's $40. And then not listed in the description or in the title was a bonus. So first off, it's complete. It has the manual. It has the disc. It also has a Griffin iMate adapter. This is an ADB to USB adapter that goes for stupid money on eBay. I had one ages ago. I have no idea where it went. Now I have one again. So how cool is that? So this lets you plug in to a Mac and or PC via USB, and you plug your ADB peripheral right into there. So I saw that, and I'm like, there's no way I'm saying no to this. And I scooped that up immediately. So that is a story behind this, and there's a lovely trackball. It looks like this cable is different. It might have been replaced. The cable I had was a white cable and it was kind of thin, and it came with like an ADB splitter on the end of it. So this might be a slightly different revision, but could use a good cleaning, especially the trackball. But with that inclusion of that iMate adapter, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go get it. So, can you get me one, please? How? This is the only one I saw on eBay. It's not like there's a warehouse full of them. I mean, I guess there could be. Alright, let's slide. Maybe. But this is the Macintosh version. There's a sticker on the front of this which says Macintosh on it, which leads me to believe that there was a Windows version as well. Let me catch up with the chat. Apple hates this one jumper. Oh, gosh. Wore my dandy Eep cap today. Oh, isn't that awesome? That's sweet. Thank you so much. 560 edit, yes. Oh, Dana, I love your work. I believe it is around the size of a pool ball. I'll have to check. Hey, Shaun of Action Retros here. I was just plugging your merch. Feel free to put the link in the chat thingamajig so people could buy all of your shirts. The Newton you have doesn't have a power cord. Well, you could just buy a third-party one. Just like look on eBay for the voltages of like those power adapters, and just there's nothing fancy. It's a power adapter. I think it's a 9-watt power adapter. So just get something that has the same polarity on the end plug and the same amps and watts, and you should be fine. I mean, unless it's a really garbage adapter that just like shoots 24 volts down the line, then you don't want it. But anywho, we have a bunch of capacitors here, tons of them. About how much should I spend on these capacitors? People always joke that you know, recapping this stuff isn't that, well, not always, but sometimes people are like, oh yeah, just buy caps for it. I think this bag of caps was something like $200 or close to that. Maybe it was $150. But yeah, I mean, I buy them in big quantity because I'm going to go through them. But in here are capacitors for this ForMac LCD, which may or may not fix it. A crap ton of PowerBook parts. More capacitors for common Macs like that. And other caps for like my PowerBook 100. And just like, it adds up. So, there you go. There you go. There we go. Officially sanctioned I can't read. Sanctioned pluggage. And yeah, so if you now I'm quite jealous of Sean's store, so I will have to show it to you if my thing will cooperate. There we go. And look at that. He has all of his shenanigans there. Of course, my OBS window is slightly off because I am slightly off, but that is my problem, not yours. But look, he has a little floating head here, or at least it floats on some browsers. And he has all these shenanigans. And look at him posing and being all professional. Yeah, my store is nothing like that. So go to shop.actionretro.com and get your dork on, and then you could look just like me. Maybe you don't want to, but maybe you'll look closer like Sean. That's probably a better comparison. It is his crap after all. Hey, merch, not crap. Hey, Retro Fox, how's it going? Sorry. There's a bunch of text here, Lord of Nothing. I fried a disk drive once, 240 volts. Oh, that sounds delicious. That's excellent. I was looking for Apple products besides MacBooks and found an iPod. Excellent. No, it's an example. That's all. What's an LC475, but with a 6 on the end? That's it. Who wired me that $3? Yes. I'm eating dinner tonight. It's a Performa 470, whatever it is. It's LC's Performas. I made a video ages ago, and I referenced like an LC or a Performa 550, and in the video I have an LC 550, and I showed the 550, and the guy in the comments was like, when you said this, you actually showed this. Did you know that you might have done that incorrectly? And I'm like, it's the same damn machine. There's a different label on it. That's it. That's absolutely the entire difference. It just amuses me that people who don't know a lot about these machines are like, well, you made a mistake. It's like, no, they're the same exact damn thing. Same exact damn thing. In fact, let's look up the system here. So this is an Apple Macintosh Performa 467, a 25 megahertz 68 LC040 processor, 4 megabytes of RAM. It's the educational version of the LC475, and it's the case differs from the business version of it, which is the Quadro 605, which is a nice way of saying they're all the same damn logic board once you get into the case. Same exact damn thing. When this person approached me, they said it was an LC476. What was it? Yeah, 476. I'm getting my numbers mixed up. Thank you, guys. So that's why I wrote down in the notes, and that's what I have here. So there you go. Well, actually, Garth. But the logic board's the same. That's the important part here. All right, cool. So, what is this 18 going on? I have no idea what the hell anyone's talking about. It's all the same crap, says Mike. You kids with your things and your phrases, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Hey, Sloopy, how's it going? All right, so let's get into this carnage because we have to rip a bunch of caps off the board, and then we have to recap it. All right, so who wants this capacitor? Going once, going, went in the trash. Sorry, Trina. The magic jumper. Oh, okay, yes. There is, on these systems, I thought it was a resistor. Not sure if it's a jumper, but on a lot of these LC systems, to designate like the different model ID or to get like a performance boost out of the processor or whatever, you could just like move some resistors on the bottom and it's like the same exact damn thing. Oh, no, that sounds, no, I don't want to be a part of that. No, that's okay. Yeah, so this one is by the battery, Dana says, and we have, where the hell is it? Oh yeah, it's the little teeth that are just sticking up, right? This one actually has a reset button. I don't see that on many of them. That just resets the machine, which is interesting because it's on. It was on some of the prototype boards for the set-top box, but yeah. So it's by the battery dealie. Yep, there it is, J18. So it's just this little toothy bit that sticks out right where my finger is. You can barely see it, and you put a jumper on there. It thinks it's a different machine. So. Old Macs were confusing. If you're interested in vintage computers that are confusing, get yourself some interest in beige Macintosh computers because you will get very confused. You will think you have something and it's not compatible with the other thing. You will try a boot disk and it's not didn't do the thing with the other thing. It's just, you're going to have a great time. And it'll do this to your head because stuff. All right, let's get a look at this logic board before I lose all of my insanity. Oh, I said sanity. I meant insanity. And we unplugged the microscope. The royal we. I reach under the desk and grab the thingamajig. Who likes system enablers? Show of hands. Love system enablers. Love it. There we go. I have a one USB 3 port that's snaked into the front with a extension cord, and I usually plug the microphone into there, but the microscope into there, and it's not happy. Let's try and fix that here. Boop. No. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. So, yes, the whole system enabler, especially for 7.1. Oh God. I ended up modding an ATX power supply into your Quadra 700. Joe, that's awesome. I'm glad that worked out for you. Yeah, there's that great kit that you could also use in like a Quadra 700, I assume, because it's a 10-pin adapter. But oh, I wanted to show this before I meandered too much and forgot. The white balance on the camera went nutty again. It's like my head is like shining off of everything. You could see through time. Oh, is it all laggy now? Oh yeah. Oh, we're all laggy. Oh, that's great. Thank you, OBS, for not being optimized for Macintoshes. Anyway, this is a ForMac power supply board, or one of them. And this runs that LCD that I got at VCF East that popped. And then it went smelly. And yeah, the cap that popped, you could kind of see it sort of sitting proud there. If I put my hand behind it, there we go. See that? It went a little poof. So I bought all replacement caps. We'll see if that fixes it or if they'll just go poop again. But, yeah. So, we'll work on that a bit later. Anywho. Yeah, they had some interesting trace work on that board. So we're no longer working on this this Macintosh Classic. So we could change that. So we're working on there we go. Isn't that nice? Yes, happy Friday. Let out all the smoke. Yeah, that rust is not going to fix itself. So I'd be careful about that. But yeah, the Macintosh 2 series can be a little bit unforgiving. Speaking of unforgiving, look at this where the microscope just happened to land. Ugh. Usually the bubbling of the solder mask is like a sign of corrosion, which is absolutely delicious. And it's not really next to a cap. It's like, I don't know, set far back behind it. I mean, we'll be cleaning the board anyway, but we already replaced those 2 caps, so. Oh, well, thank you, Mike. I will sure to be doing that. So Mike is going to be streaming at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow on his channel, Mike's Mac Shack. Yeep! Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate it. Sorry, scrolling up. I'm missing some of the chat here, but if I miss something, just at me, and I'll try and pay attention. But Steve isn't loose. I'm loose. I'm always loose. my pants aren't as loose. Sorry, you're eating. I know. I should be more sensitive to that. Get your dirty mind out of the gutter. All right, let's pop some more of these caps off. And of course, there's plastic everywhere. Hey, Bruce is here. Oh my God, Bruce is here. Thank goodness. Bruce, I was just going to take these clippers and just start snipping off caps, but then you showed up, so thank goodness. Oh, that would have been a nightmare. Yeah, I mean, it could have sat in a weird way and gunk could have traveled, but I mean, the caps look actually pretty good on this. So, what we're going to do is try and free and liberate those caps from the board. Now, I have no idea where the hell my Captain Tape went, which is kind of concerning because I have like 5 rolls of it. Somewhere, maybe, as I turn my head away from the microphone, because I did not bring down my USB-C to USB-A adapter, so I can't plug the microphone into this ancient Mac Pro. But I mean, I found a roll of paper towels. Does that help? Maybe? Probably not. Poopy. Poopity poop poop doopy. Well, we're going to do our best, ain't we? That's a rhetorical question. The answer is no. Yes, I mean, this is a client's board, so of course the utmost care will be taken. Well, it's so much fun. It's just plastic right there, but we could just shove a PCR card slot holder thingamajig there, and that might help it a little bit. Chickens will be happy with you. Uh-oh, Bruce. 47 oofs. Yes, that's the right measurement of a capacitor. Well, good luck when your Mac comes in the mail tomorrow. And it's a Mac 2X, not 2-X. It's all one word. Twist them off, you coward! Hey, Colin. Thanks for joining the stream. Oh, boy. Oofs instead of UF. I like that, Drake. I like that. I like that a lot. I pop in once in a while. He popped in just as I was doing silly things. Tech Knight's going to shame me later on, being like, how dare you, sir? And I will gladly take that beating. Well, you better agree with those naming conventions if you want help on them. There was somebody, where were they? It was on Reddit or something. They're like, I got this Macintosh such and such, and it was clearly not the model they thought it was. And they just made like, where is Twitter? Somewhere. They just made like a laundry list of like, I think the problem is this because of this, and I was looking at this, and I'm like, buddy, that's not a color classic. That's just a regular classic. Like, you got to rethink your whole thing here. Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, if this was my board, and I have to do that actually. I have a board that's just a bad board. It's just there's no way of saving it. The CPU socket is not, well, it's a soldered on CPU, and it's just absolutely destroyed. And I should do a video about like twisting it off versus not twisting it off, just for like the clickbait and you know, the potential yelling in the comment section. Heat gun going on, making a lot of noise. Sorry. That one smells really bad. Could you fix my color classic? It's actually a classic. Could you fix it? It's only shown black and Oh, boy. Yeah, no, it's always great just to, like, you know, if I put thermal paste on something, I'm going to shoot a video of me, like, getting, like, one of those gallon buckets and, like, pouring it on there. Yeah, this is going to be beautiful looking. So I'm gonna remove all the caps, and then we'll come back to cleaning everything up. Because then I'm not turning the heat gun on and off. And generally, we should be able to move forward a bit quicker. Now, a little history behind this board. It was given by me to repair by someone at VCF Midwest. Their name is Carl. Hello, Carl. And my soldering iron is cold. I don't know why I'm touching it. Force of habit. And, yeah, finally getting to it. And the thing with this is, it arrived with one cap off. And so last night, or was the night before, whenever I did a live stream, I think it was Wednesday, I replaced these two caps and it booted right up. So we're just going to remove the rest of these stinky ones, and we'll be on our way. Shove them down. Ooh, the light is blinking because we're drawing a lot of energy. Why do you use such high flow on your hot air? Because I'm stupid. Who said I wasn't? Because I am. I do what works for me. And you could do what works for you. I usually keep it around 50% or 60%. It could go much faster. And some of this is going to be off camera. Just because of where I could fit this hot air gun. I did buy the little adapter that lets you hold this at an angle, but I've never installed it, so that's my fault. Scare the components off the board. Oh, Bruce. Just let those little resistors just go whee! That one just decided to come off the board by itself. How nice of it. Hey, Thomas, how's it going? And CDI, and Tech9, and Quicksilver, and anybody else that did not say hello to. Hello. Thermite method. Speaking of things that end in might, Dan, the Canadian computer collector, did a hilarious video about his color classic that Bruce helped him with. And Vegemite is involved. Just watch the first like few minutes of it if you have not seen it yet. Watch the whole damn video, obviously, but like, oh my god, I was laughing so freaking hard. Poor Dan just like set up his fate. Ooh, look at this goo. And the results are priceless. So please, Bruce, if you have the link there, if you want to put that in the chat, I'd be greatly appreciative of that. But Dan, Canadian computer collector, hilarious video he put together. Educational too, but you know, there's a funny bit in there, which I will not spoil, but it's very fun. All right, so we have 4 more caps to pop off here. This is always the fun one, right between a valley of plastic. That's great. That's great, Garth. Yeah, the caps leave droppings, and whoops, hot metal fall. And I'll be sure to not touch it. Yes, the button that does the liking, if you want to gently press that an odd number of times, I would sincerely appreciate that. It costs you nothing, and it tells YouTube that, hey, you know, this Mac 84 guy, you know, he may be sort of weird, but, you know, the children like him, and it really, that's all that matters. Steven, why are you putting that disgusting, hairy Captain tape on the board? Well, you know what? It's there now, so we can't remove it. No, I am not going to twist them off. Like I said, this is not my board. It's a client's board. If I want to break something, I'll break something that's mine. And it will probably be a board that has, like, no chance in hell of coming back. A lot of people doubted that Quadra 650 board. I knew I could save it. Maybe. Yes, I use an ultrasonic cleaner as well. Alright, I'm going to have to switch camera doodles here. There we go. Just because there's no way you're going to see that. No way I'm going to see it either. Whoa! Woo! That one popped it. I was pulling it off. That hasn't happened in a while. Woo! It's a spicy board. My goodness. We got a live one. Oh boy. That was fun. Oh yeah. Oof. That one smells a bit too. We have one more that's in a weird spot, and then we have one that's in a worse spot, which is, it's gonna be great. I'm so excited to do this. I'm not. Hopefully that's the only popping that's gonna go on today. I have a power supply to repair for an LCD screen. Well, it's like a power board. The power supply is external. And I'm hoping that replacing the caps will not cause it to explode. Oh boy. How many people we got watching? I don't have that screen up because I'm an idiot. Thingamajig, YouTube, 740 something. Hey, how's it going? Make sure you click the like dealie, please. I mean, you don't gotta, but what happened? Who did what? All right. Oh, this one smells awful. Ugh. It's terrible. 40 witnesses. Oof. That one was pretty bad too. Quick yank to get them out. Oof. Yeah, look at the bottom of this one. Yuck. I mean, look at all that. Oof. This is Quick Chip Flux. They were out of the you-know-who brand. And, you know, this is the NC191 30cc. Smooth full flow. No clean tag flux. And, you know, I'm not having a bad time with it. Things are working all right. Not sponsored or anything, but, you know, it was cheap, and it was fairly cheap. And would arrive at my doorstep in a number of days rather than, like, a whole week. So I figured that was worth a try, and yeah, it's been going all right. The bad cap shirt, yeah. All right, so we have one more to get off the board, It's in the worst frickin' possible place. Like a trifecta of plastic. We have the video memory slots, we have the power connector, and the floppy connector. Yay! So excited. So excited. Oh, goodness. Well, let's give the old college try, huh? Well, this one looks pretty crummy. I mean, there's crud going on. I mean, why not? It's a Macintosh. It's going to have vintage crud all over it. All over it. Haven't tried that one. Yeah, I mean, it seems similar to the other place. The Amtech. I always want to say Amscope, because that's the brand of my microscope. And I really need to find my Captain Tape roll. It's somewhere. I used to put them on my microscope, and it probably just rolled off the desk. It went whee! Just rolled off the desk. Right, I'm going to switch the other view here, because I have to get very close and personal with this. And there is no good way to show this on camera anyway, so why even bother? I'll use my verbal cues to let you know how it's going, okay? You just have to get the PCB just hot enough. Yes, I know, but that takes, like, thinking. We don't think here at Mac 84. That costs extra. If you want me to repair your thing, that costs extra. Like, thinking? Yeah, that's expensive. Whew, that was a stinky one. Only some of the plastic was melted slightly, but you know what? It's fun. It's totally fun. That's the risks with these boards and the plastic everywhere, though. So, but look how smelly that one was. You can't see. Ugh. Got a Duo 280 with a dock. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I have a PowerBook 3400. I think I have two, but they're both not happy. So, both not happy. Alright, so let's clean up this crap. We'll turn on the soldering iron. Turn that off. And let's see if we can make this look a little bit nicer. Just a wee bit. Delicious crud nuggets. Now what this is actually, this is the little adhesive they would put on the board in the factory to stick the component, I guess for the pick and place machine or the soldering machine or whatever. But you can tell this pad is very crusty because the solder is not adhering to it as well as this one. But that should be okay. And then we're going to do just a wee bit, whoopsie, dropping all my things here. Well, thank you very much, Rich. Yes, I passed 15,000 subscribers not too long ago. So if you are watching this and you have not subscribed yet, you are not part of that momentous occasion. So please consider subscribing, and you'll be part of the next momentous occasion. I'm surely getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Yes, I am. But gotta self-promote yourself. That's the name of the game with this, the YouTube biz. Ugh. 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 Disgusting. Disgusting. Hey, you know what? I used to have less than 14,000 whatever subscribers. I used to have less than 50 subscribers. It's not a freaking contest. It's just what look, I try, and sometimes my content does well. Other times, it does not. I pour everything into a video, and it gets like 500 views, and then it just dies on the vine. So, it ain't all sunshine and lollipops, folks. And I'm not saying my numbers to compare them to anybody, because I've been doing this since 2017-ish. It's not an overnight thingamajig. And it takes a lot of freaking effort. And you know what? A lot of the time, I don't do a non-live video, and the views are substantially worse because I get comment after comment. Oh, wow. you did a non-live video. Great. I don't watch the live ones. It's like, yeah, I know. I see the the analytics. I know what people prefer to watch. But a live video I can do instantly. Whereas I have videos like my Blue Scuzzy video that I have not finished editing yet because I have to do this and that and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, I know. I know. But you know what? If you do good work, if you do good content, and the mighty algorithm blesses you and you get a bunch of friends to promote your stuff, and you keep at it, eventually, I think, you will get to where you want to be. It's hit or miss. Not everybody, unfortunately, gets the numbers they should deserve. I know some excellent channels. 68K Gold is one of them. Not a lot of, attention or subscribers or anything like that. And that's just the way it is. Oh, gosh. Look at this one. Ugh. This capacitor has no subscribers. Absolutely disgusting. No subscribers. No subscribers for you. C35. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, trust me, I know all about really long videos. The algorithm doesn't like it, apparently. My live videos sometimes will break even with my scripted videos, or my non-live videos. Not all of them are scripted. But, you know, it's hit or miss. Who knows? Sometimes I get like 1,000 views on a live video. Sometimes I get none. Well, I mean, there's the people watching, but... Like, some of those 8-hour streams I used to do, oh my god. Look at the analytics on that. People are just like, nope. There's this guy a fiction or what? I ain't watching this. Oh, so cruddy. So cruddy. So cruddy. You know what? With the advent of chapters, you know, I sometimes will go back and put chapters into a live video. Not all the time. But sometimes I will. Sometimes just for my own sanity. Because I know I'll have to go back later and review something, or it's for a client and I want to reference something. And so, you know what? I know everyone under, like, 20 has an attention span of, like, 10 milliseconds. And trust me, I'm not much better than that. But I feel like if you're interested, the chapters are there if you really want to just, like, oh, let me see what this is about. And that's great. And I understand live videos aren't for everyone. But also, half the reason why I stream this stuff is I'm going to be doing it anyway. And if I discover something, I want to share it. And I want there to be a record of it. Of, hey, here's how to do this. Here's how to fix that. Or here's how not to do it. Oh, Lord knows I have a lot of those. So, it's like a log, per se. Just like, hey, here's what's going on. Here's how I'm fixing it. Or here's the problem I had. Just like the other day on Wednesday. We were doing the... Oh, did a little component fly off there? No, I don't think so. We were doing the classic boards. And we were doing Sage's classic board and another classic board. And both of them needed the power connector, the big brain connector, on the bottom of them reflowed. And that solved the problem for those boards. Or at least helped them. And I'm like, you know what? I have repaired many of these things, and sometimes you forget. It's like, oh yeah, that's a stress point. So, I mean, it's not. I can't retain everything. I can't remember everything. Obviously, I really hope that's obvious, because I forget my own videos. But yeah, it's just like, if it helps you out, great. If you want to be along for the ride, just watch and be like, oh, that's interesting, neat. If you want to fast forward and watch them at 2x speed during your workday, and, you know, that makes your day go a bit faster, awesome. 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 Alrighty, so we got most of the pads cleaned up. Dare I say all of them? Nope. We forgot the two crusty ones right here. Ooh. I'm going to singe that a little bit. That's okay. No one's going to notice that too much. But that's, you know, it's right next to the frickin' plastic, so... I ain't that Brankus Creations chap here who has the magic fingers. More so, he has Captain Tape that isn't lost under a pile of PowerBooks. So, probably would have helped me a little bit. Ugh, smells horrible. Ugh. Oh, I should have turned on the fume extractor for that one. Ugh. Oh, gosh. Disgusting. Yeah, I mean, for me, if I'm watching something and it's live, I like interacting with the chat, but I'll follow up with it afterwards. You know, at the work or something, or I'm like, oh, I gotta do something else. I'll come back to this later and see what happens. Ooh, that trace looks a little worse for wear underneath. Let's, yep, that's just some crud there, but let's make sure. Yeah, it's still connecting. Okay, so we're going to clean that up and put some UV solder mask on that. And just make sure that looks a bit prettier before we, sorry, out of focus. Before we button it up. Grab our laser. But I am doing well this Friday. I hope everyone else is doing well. I believe it's Saturday for Bruce. Happy Saturday, Bruce. Where the hell did I put the thingamadoo? There it is. I found it. Yay. Oh, thank you very much, Rich. Yes, that is greatly appreciated. Thankfully, our remaining bunny is upstairs being spoiled and pampered and being a princess that she is. So. Saturday here at 18 minutes. You're not counting down, are we? Huh? That's not at all. I got a bit of a trek for Sunday, so I'm going to be driving around. I cannot reveal details about what the hell I'm doing yet. Let's just say it's part of historical fun stuff, and I'm happy to help be a part of it. And hopefully you'll find out in a few months or so. Alright, let's use a laser and pew-pew all of this. And this should cure that and ensure that when we put a capacitor on, there's no way it could short out, oopsie doodle, with that big power line that's going under it. Well, Bruce did an excellent video about what to do when your recapping fails, so you probably want to watch that. But each machines are different. Oh, happy birthday in advance there, Savvy Sage. But each machine is different. Like a Macintosh has a very specific startup cycle. Like you'll check the memory and the ROM and all this stuff in whatever order. So, yeah. You're referring to me, Rich, or somebody else? Like the SE30 color one? Is that what you're referring to, Rich? I have not touched that since VCF East. Oh yeah, I mean, especially like the 8-bit machines and the later machines and all that. They're just amazing, the amount of effort that goes into like reverse engineering this stuff just to figure out what's working, what's not working. I mean, my hat goes off to those folks because like that's where I get a lot of my information too. Yes, so I did a short video about that ages ago, and not short, it was a regular video. What the hell am I saying short for? None of my things are short, except my shorts. Who wears short shorts? Get back on topic. I buttoned that up just enough for VCF East, but there's a lot to go on that. I need to build a frame to hold the monitor. I have to do a lot with that. So it's gonna be there, but I have a Blue Scuzzy video I have to get out. I have an ultrasonic cleaner review video that I'm behind on that I really need to get out. And so me repairing stuff is sort of procrastinating. Isn't that nice? But that's what happens. All right, so it's all right. It'll be fine. And oh, we got a little hair. Whee! Where'd you come from? All right, so about time to put caps on this. Yeah, well, I'm so glad that people are excited about it. It was a fun thing to show off at the show. So we're going to go to recapamac.com from the good old Bruce of Brankus Creations, and we're going to scroll down for the LC 475 or the Quadra 605 in particular. So here's our Quadra 605 LC 476. Numbers are difficult. And we see that we have 9 47 microfarad 16 volt capacitors and 2 100 microfarad, 100 oof microfarad 6.3 volt capacitors. So there we go. I do not frequent the 68K MLA because my password did not work for ages, and they have a bad habit of just like not letting you look at anything unless you're logged in. So like I am on there and I do log in once in a while, but it's not something I like just really browse. The idea came to me because I was recapping something for somebody, and they had this color board for the SE30, and as part of a recapping, I did exchange for the color board. So I had this color board, and I'm thinking, oh, what could I do with it? And then I had this Mac Clear case, and I'm like, oh, I could put that in there. Maybe I could find a screen. And I was looking at iPad screens, and I'm like, you know what? I want to find something that, you know, it's not super high res, like maybe 800 by 600 or 640 by 480. And I just happened to find an 8.4 inch 640 by 480 LCD that worked perfectly. So that's just how it came along. But you know what? Great minds think alike. So, you know, I'm sure other people have had similar ideas. I know there's been other crazy mods and stuff like that, but that's the story behind that one. So, all right, let's shove some caps in places, huh? Yeah, the 640 by 480 native was like perfect. At least in my mind. Perfect. Alright, so these are... which ones are the... I have the tiny ones, I think. Those are the tiny ones. 6.3 volts. Now you can use the 6 volt. No one's gonna yell at you, but I do have the 6.3s available, so I'm going to use those. And these are the tiny ones. And I'm going to use the tiny ones because they are much easier to do. And so these go next to what I believe is the sound chip. There we are. And this board's going to need a good cleaning. But look how tiny these little caps are. They're almost the size of the pad. How about that? So... yeah, but you know what? I grew up reading like Mac Addict magazine where people would do all sorts of crazy mods and stuff. So it's like, you know, before I was even on the internet, I mean, we're talking about me in grade school here. I was inspired by a lot of things that I would see in magazines or on TV shows, and I had no idea what went into any of those mods or anything like that. But I'm like, oh, that's cool. I want to do something like that one day. So it's been long overdue for me to want to do something like that. And since at first I didn't even have an SE30 case, eventually I got one. But at first I didn't have an SE30 case, I just had a board that didn't work. And so I was thinking, oh, if I repair this board, how will I get a case, etc., etc. So, and that's going to need more solder. Say solder. Solder. Oopsie doodle. That's what happens when you're dumb. See, I'm starting talking about things, then my brain go, and then you probably can't. No, you can't see. That's good. It's good you can't see, because we got to fix our boo boo. Me moving things before the solder does anything. My watch is telling me to keep moving, saying, "Hey, fatty, get up and keep moving." Just a wee bit more sometimes. You just want to make sure that that's not going to go anywhere. Like I've said before, I don't want these boards coming back to me. Say chowder. Chowder. Alright, positive to positive. That's good. So those are in place. And those are the 6.3 volt 100 microfarad capacitors. So the rest are 4716s, what Apple loved to use during this era for whatever reason. Yeah, I saw that that one on eBay. I almost considered buying it, but I'm like, you know what? What am I going to do with it? Let someone else play with it. And I'm glad someone else is going to play with it, because I would never get to it. I have a well, it's boxed from the box from eBay. I have a boxed Macintosh clone that I haven't taken out of the damn package. So it's one of those things that I'm just like super behind on. Hey Joel, how's it going? We were just chatting on the emails, me and good old Joel here, who is trying so hard to fix up a sad Quadra 840AV, which you'll probably be seeing on a stream within the next few months. Because, oh god, Quadras. We'll have to do like a telethon stream, raise some money for a rabbit rescue or something, while I slowly lose my insanity with like 3 different Quadra 840AV boards. Does that sound like something everyone would watch? Because I would watch that. And I have to, because I'm going to live it. And maybe we'll fix some computers, but if we didn't, at least we help out some cute bunny buns, huh? Yeah, I mean, the revision of Quadra 840AVs that I've always had come across my desk are the brown ones with brown traces. So they are so difficult to see trace breaks and all this stuff. It's a pain in the butt. Oh, don't worry. Quadras will be Quadras. There's nothing you can do about it. Oh, don't be terrified. It was, you know, those machines, like I said, the dark traces on a dark board, very difficult to see. And unless you're like really used to this sort of stuff, that's really not a machine you want to cut your teeth on. Even if you are used to this sort of stuff, I mean, my goodness, what a pain in the butt that system has been to me. And I got mine fairly working. Like it just, the sound doesn't work for whatever reason. The chime happens, but the system does not recognize it has any sound chip on it. And so if you like try and load a game like Doom, it just crashes. But I did get another board from eBay, which works perfectly. And actually you have to remove the caps on that because it's probably in its little box leaking as we speak. So at least I'll be able to build my Quadra, spoiler alert. But I'd like to get mine fully working eventually, figure out what the hell it's doing. But a trend with those Quadras seemed to be that you'll get power, like with the light, but you won't get a chime or anything else. And that seems to be a growing trend. And I've seen trace rot like under the SCSI connector, like all sorts of places. You would never, like there's like not a cap anywhere near it. It's like, oh yeah, the traces just like went to crap. So I don't know if they were just using very thin traces. If it was like an Apple III type situation where they were trying new technology and like, oh, I'll be fine. I mean, they didn't last the test of time, at least the ones I've seen. And with these 68K Macs, you know, I think everyone would agree that the period of time of these things being sort of like happy-go-lucky, nah, you know, you have pretty good luck, you know, they don't all need to be recapped, is gone. Now it's like, no, they all need recapping. Yeah, no, I mean, hey, they're not easy machines to recap, Joel. Oh, boy. Varnishy. That's great. Will you clean the board after it's recapped? Yes. So whenever I do these repairs for a client, I include an ultrasonic cleaning with part of the price. Because from my mind and standpoint, I want to make sure that these machines and boards do not come back to me. It's not cost effective for people to be shipping e-waste across the globe. And so if I can clean it up and it requires nothing more when it gets the customer than to put it in their system and fire it up, that's my goal. And don't look at the ugly melted plastic. I feel terrible. And that cap is crooked, just like my tweezers. Oh, come on. So yes, all of the boards I do go through an ultrasonic cleaner. And that just makes sure that I know it left my basement in working order. And it's all clean and ready to go. Oh, tweezers. Yeah, if I would have cleaned up those pads a bit better, this wouldn't be as much of a pain in the butt. But. Yeah, my PowerBook's already in parts. Thanks to Ron, when Ron of Ron's Computer Videos was over. He has a few PowerBook 100s machines. And he took mine apart and, like, you know, like the trope you see in movies of, like, the characters assembling a gun blindfolded. That's how Ron was. He was like, yeah, I got this. And he just, like, took my PowerBook completely apart. And I'm like, that's great. I don't have the caps yet, but you know, I'll just put that aside. And when I get the caps, I could work on it. So I did get the caps in today. So we'll see if we can move on to that in a timely fashion. Hopefully tonight. If not, at least give you a preview of what I have ahead of me. Because Ron gave me like all the LCDs he has to try and fix up. And a bunch of other stuff. But what I'm trying to do is old repairs like this one that's been sitting here. And I'm trying to do a little bit of like the stuff I have to get to that was given to me fairly recently. So, hey Garth, thank you very much. Oh, well, you know, I couldn't do it without all the people who came before me. So, Eep, thank you very much, Garth, for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. I learned so much from other people doing this stuff. That's just my way of trying to like give back and be like, hey, I think I know how to, and just trying. And failing along the way. Alright, let's put some more caps on this board. Where am I missing some? There's one there. That's right, because I already put 2 on the board. That's why I'm like, why do I have 2 extra? It's because you already did the thing. Alright. Alright, so let me just check on something really quickly. Sorry, one moment, please. Sorry, just had to take care of that. Alright. Need to get my PowerBook 165C working. The screen flashes and makes noises, but no power. Well, I have a 165. I mean, a 180C I have to work on. I don't know if the 65C is similar, but alright, anywho. Let's put this cap on there. I need more cap juice. Alright, so that should do it for this, hopefully. Should all be good to go here. Alright, so I have Luke Miani's PowerBook 180C, and I believe a PowerBook 100, so that'll be fun when that comes. Well, it's here, but I haven't had the chance to even open the darn box, so shows you how behind I am. Bruce's videos are excellent. You got that right. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these boards, the ultrasonic clean just helps so much. All right, let's take a look at this board. We have all of our caps on. We have the two 6.3 volt 100 microfarad. We have the rest of the 947 microfarad 16 volts. I'm just going to make sure that they're all pointed in the right direction. The polarity is correctamundo, and it appears to be. And we'll give this a test to make sure we didn't break anything, huh? I hope not, because it was working before. Alright, so we do have to put back the two memory modules that I borrowed from my machine. This did not come with any. Here they are. And these are the video memory modules. These are required. Hello, Jeremy. How's it going? Joel says, you got a PowerBook 140 here with a broken screen. I'm looking to take it to Europe with me, possibly. The only vintage Mac I take and 3D print an LC-style enclosure for it. Interesting. Perhaps bread bin-esque. So what is wrong with the LCD? It's just like completely like, or it's cracked. And why the 140? That's my question to you. Why? What just got it into you with this 140? That's a neat idea. You do whatever you like. Whatever makes you happy. Big red spot in the middle. Ooh, delicious. And the little plastic that bent a little bit from the power connector snapped off because it was melty. Oh well. Casualty. Alright, let's get a mouse into here. We don't need a keyboard per se, but can navigate with the Mizouse alone. And we'll need our blue SCSI. I don't know if this one might... No, this one won't boot, because this needs a special enabler. Yeah, it's... I've seen something like that before, and it's hard to tell like what's causing it. I'm not so certain. Yeah, where the hell did that go? Oh, I was playing around with this. That's probably where the SD card went. Let's plug that SD card in and make sure we have a suitable image on that. Mm-hmm. 8200 video. Oh, I did not see Colin's video yet. I saw, you know, it's funny, like, I subscribe to a lot of awesome people on Patreon, and sometimes I see the stuff like a week before post, and other times I'm so behind. That's one of those weeks. I'm gonna binge watch everything tomorrow morning, I can tell you that. Alright, we have our blue SCSI plugged in here. We have our Apple Legacy CD. That's probably a good one to boot from. And yeah, let's just do that maybe. And then we have this. Let's just see what happens. It probably won't like this because stuff. Let me just make sure that finishes copying. Then I can rename this to Performa 476. And then we're going to eject this. Actually, grab my blue SCSI 2. Excuse me. Earlier today, I was using this in my Macintosh 8600. And the reason was I wanted to figure out if a PowerBook 3400 CD image was actually bootable. There were some complaints on Tinker Different that it might not be. And so I fiddled around this morning, or this afternoon, with it. And it seemed fine. So, yay! Alright, let's turn this off. And this mouse down here. We have SCSI, we have ADB, all that fun stuff. Let me switch to this mode and turn on our video scaler. And it would help if the thing's plugged in, huh? Power is usually helpful with electronics. Alrighty. And we have a speaker? Sure. Let's plug it in. And we'll need our PRAM battery for video because, yay, LCs. 3, 2, and 1. Yay! We should get video in a moment. Sometimes this adapter's a bit finicky. Or not. Why you do no video? What are you doing? That's strange. I mean, I used this battery the other day, but that doesn't mean anything. I believe the battery has sufficient voltage. And I'm well aware the 475 needs a battery for video. That's exactly what I said like 3 minutes ago, you silly, silly person, you. But, let's see how much juice it actually has on it. Because maybe it was just sitting on the desk, degrading. Yeah, you can't really see it with the video, I'm sorry. I can see what I'm doing, but that doesn't help the people on the thing. Plugging the things in incorrectly, yay. Ooh, went down to 2 volts. Yeah, that's not going to do it. I need one of Ron's magical battery thingamaboobs. So let me go grab it. I need to grab a battery from upstairs. I will be right back. Let me reach for the be right back thing. Where is it? There it is. Whee! I am back, and I have this little doohickey that you can't see. It's a little battery sabot that Ron made ages ago. He has a better version of this that's like a remote battery, but this was like a little test thing he was doing. And it does have an on-off switch. This does have proper voltage. And basically you just insert this into where the battery would go. And the traces of the battery should be fine, Garth. Because I did test this successfully before, but we will find out. Come on, am I using the wrong VGA input? Probably. Wouldn't surprise me. Video scaler is also a pain in the butt sometimes. Am I using the right VGA cable? Yeah. Let me turn this off. Let me make sure that I'm actually getting voltage when it's in the little socket here. That in reverse. It's hard to tell by the labeling. Hold, please. Let's make sure I didn't screw this up, because that'll be funny. That's supposed to be the negative side. And that's supposed to be positive. It is on. Why is it negative? Okay, so the 3D Sebo thingamajig is backwards. Okay, well that's good to know. Alright, so I have to install it backwards then. Now it should be okay. Sweet spot is 10 hours. There we go. Oh, I know that trick, don't worry. But I like to make sure that the battery socket is on there so I don't have to solder it. This ain't my first rodeo with these vintage Macintoshes, let me tell yous. I knew you were going to do that, so I need to plug in the keyboard. Why didn't you plug in the keyboard if you knew I was going to do that? Shut up! Alright, let's try that again. So hold down C to hopefully boot from the CD-ROM. Interestingly enough, on some PowerBooks, it prefers different commands, like Option or Command C to boot. Isn't that funny? Hopefully it has enough memory to boot this image. Or this will be, yeah, a real short trip, huh? Alrighty, look at all this stuff we got here. So, we have 4 whole megabytes of memory. Isn't that excellent? So let's just do an install, just for fun. Because I purposely used this SCSI image so I could trash this system folder and erase it. And we're going to go into the Mac OS folder of this Apple Legacy CD, which is excellent. Shut up, multimeter. We're going to go to Buy CPU, and we're going to go to the LC/Macintosh, and we should have the 475 there, but this is technically a 476, so we're going to go to 47X. Doesn't really matter, but I'm just being silly here. And we can install this version of System 7.1 for these machines. Could not launch installer due to error. Oh, isn't that special? So we might just have to open all of these up manually, huh? Sometimes that happens with this disk image. Yeah, it's an awesome CD. There are some weird quirks once in a while, like it won't find a disk image or the net install just is like, I don't know what to do. So you have to like do it sort of first, or manually rather. Well, yeah, it was made for technicians. It was made for Apple support. It wasn't made for us mere mortals. But some lovely person found it and put it on the Macintosh Garden, so we all have it. Yay! Install me first. You know what? I will do that. Yes, this is available on Macintosh Garden. It's just called the Apple Legacy CD. There's a set of 4 of them. You only need the one that only has a set of 1, because they made a one that has like more of them. But this is like everything from like the first Macintosh all the way up to anything that'll run System 8 or System 8.1 is on this disk. Anything later than that, you'll need a different disk. But thank you very much, Garth. Excellent. Yep, just pop it in there. And this is great because I'm just booting from the Blue SCSI using the CD emulation, and I'm writing to the hard drive, which is on the same SD card as the Blue SCSI. So it's like, I'm not dealing with anything crazy convoluted here. Just making this as simple as can be, making sure we can install an OS, and I have some tools that I want to run. And make sure that everything is working. But you know what? We're having SCSI. That works. Video out works. ADB works. Sound works. So I expect this machine to be perfect. Oh boy, we get a picture of Joel's PowerBook LCD. The installer cannot copy the Finder. Oh no! Did I not? Like how it said sorry. Did I not trash the? Oh, did I not trash the system folder? I thought but it couldn't copy Finder. But it's right there. This is wacky. Well, let's trash it and try it again, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why. Again, sometimes the CD is a bit wonky. Let's rename this just in case it was trying to make a utilities folder. I doubt it. It would have told me that. Let's try it again, folks. You don't need the Finder. It's one of those optional things. You know, you don't really need it. Can we customize this? Ooh, all Apple printers. Just do the easy install. I mean, if you want to, like, just actually work for me, that would be cool. It's not a bad micro SD card. I've been using this for a little bit. That's fairly new. All right, let's look at the lovely LCD here that Joel is showing us. If I could click the button here and show that to all of you. Oh my goodness, that looks terrible. Yeah, I have a PowerBook Duo that has some of that pink, like, goo in the middle. Interesting. Yeah. But, yeah, see, mine doesn't have any scratches or pressure or anything. So, interesting, interesting, interesting. Building file system. Let's see if it screws up now. Yeah, unknown. Well, fun times, folks. It could also just be the CD, but you know what? Let's 7.5. There's not enough RAM for 7.5. I don't want to run 7.5. You know what? Let's try this again. Just like the minimal, absolute minimal stuff, I guess. I don't know. Don't know. I think I actually have this CD like as a CD, not as a disk image. I should try ripping that. Maybe get different results. I don't know. Where's the install me first? Let's just do that. Maybe it's running out of memory when it's doing the install. I have no clue. Smelling your laptop. Oh boy. So this is where it usually crashes after it does the fonts. Well, quits. Hey Jack, how's it going? So we're just installing a system on this LC475 because I wanted to run some tests, but if this fails, I'll just run them from the CD, I guess. Of course, it has to be this specific type of an install that is only in one part of the CD. Oh, it worked that time. I guess it's just part of the install script or something. It just was not happy. I hope. Yep, there we go. Setting desktop pattern. Oh, are you kidding me? Is it right? Like, was there no space on it? There should be plenty of space. That's so weird that it like errored out on the font. There's 40 megs on that disk. Well, either way, we should be able to start up from it. Isn't it silly? The classic Macintosh experience. There we go. I don't need to erase no stinking disk, although that probably would have helped Garth. There's probably like something in the trash that's not in the trash or something silly like that. All right, let's see. 4 megabytes of memory. LC 475. Okay, so maybe it is a 475 and not a 460, 76 or whatever the hell. So I wanted to run. Oh, come on. I thought I had Snooper on here. What a jip. Hold on. Where's that floppy MU? Ooh. Yeah, maybe something is funky. Oops. Well. Might be a disc. Maybe this SD card is on its way out. Or, you know, I'm just stupid. Anything is possible. You really wanted that font. This is true. This is true. I mean, it should say 476 instead of 475. I assume, but could be wrong. Yeah, I want to test the memory, so I'm loading up a Snooper floppy here. Because the disk, that's my own fault. If I'm using an old scuzzy thingamajig, like an old SD card and it doesn't like it, that's totally possible. I'm using like an old, I don't know, whatever it is. It's actually one of the fairly new ones I got. I could probably just erase it. But anyway. I just want to see if the memory test passes and everything else. That's really all I'm doing this for. And that's why we're loading up Snooper from the floppy MU. I don't want to do anything else. Oh, then maybe you're right, Garth. Yeah, I mean, look, my 476 got battery bombed, so I haven't actually seen like a proper 476 booted up in ages. But yeah, it could just be a software thing. Very, very likely. You know, I've never had problems with Kingston, but you know, I've gotten a counterfeit. Wow, unsupported. I've gotten like counterfeit PNY ones from Amazon and all sorts of weird crap. So you never know. So this just has the 4 megabytes of onboard memory. That's all I'm testing with this with right now. Yep, there is. It is to the left of the battery. We were talking about that at the very beginning of the stream. Jumper 18. Oh, good. Memory test passed. Excellent. Garth is like, J18! Gonna get a hat that says that. Nobody will understand what the hell it is. I don't even. I only learned about it before. Yeah, had a bigger hard drive, probably different software on it. Lightning struck your building and destroyed your cable modem and networking switch. Oh no! Oh, that's terrible, Reed. Sorry about that. Hopefully we could bring you some entertainment to bring you out of the dark ages. Oh, that's terrible. Good luck with that, buddy. Every time you do an update, it will corrupt the data. That sounds great. That's a terrible experience. Alright, SCSI passed. Now it's going to fail the printer and the modem port because there's nothing plugged in. I wonder why printer port was unchecked. Huh. It's interesting. But it's going to fail those handshakes because I don't have the little dongles plugged in. I have used it in the past, but usually I just use Snooper because that's what I have on hand. But that's certainly something I should add to like my utilities software folder that I copy from disk image to disk image. Electrical, was that you who made the post on Tinker Different? I'm assuming it was, but the username was different, and maybe I was just like... My way of thinking was, there can't be two crazy people looking for that at the same time. Alright, so passed everything. Yay! Alright, so let's shut this down and blow something else up for a while. Oh, that could be it, but this was a fresh install. Let me boot it up with the extensions off. It's a good observation there, Colin. Ah, okay. I'm too old. If someone's avatar or their username changes slightly, I'm like, is that the same person? Oh, it's not even showing the little... Yeah, something is a little... Yeah, Apple Talk is active. Okay, let's make you inactive. And I'm not going to run the test again. I'm just curious if Colin's observation is accurate. I wouldn't doubt it is, but I'm just curious to see if that check mark comes up. I do love System 7.1 as well. I don't have an accelerator, but it likes to check that. Maybe it's just like, I don't know, delusions of grandeur. I like guesses though, Colin, because that's what I do. That's how I stay employed. I think that's how that works. I'm right? Excellent. I'm not right? Well, at least we figured it out. Let me document the correct answer. Wait for this to load from a floppy disk image here. There we go. And again, we're not going to run the test. So I just want to see if the printer port is selectable. Not that we have to run a test on that either, but... Yep, there it is. So, excellent observation there, Colin. And you know what? Just for that, we need some celebratory noises. And 90% of you watching this should know exactly what I'm about to do right now. Perfect. Passes my test. Excellent. Let's shut the machine down. Perfecto. Another Macintosh saved. As my things fall on the ground. Yes, the whole LC and Performa line was just like, hey, let's just rename this and make it confusing for everybody. That's basically all it was. Oh, boy. Oh, Apple. Oh, thank you, Garth. Yeah, this one was fairly straightforward. No nasty leakage or anything like that, really. Ship it. Yeah, well, you know, you have to, like, everybody fails to, like, attach the lens of the historical era when they're thinking of old things that Apple did. You have to understand what they were trying to do at the time. They had a warehouse full of boards. They were trying to sell them. And they were trying to, like, find every different way to approach different... excuse me, one second. Let me grab... I guess I'll just do this instead. There we go. They were trying every which way they could to grab a different market, whether it was business, whether it was education. And their way of doing that was to... Hey, you know what? We're just going to rename this. So this is a Performa line. This is a Quadra line. That's for business. This is that. And to an extent, it was successful. But it's, yeah, confusing for us mere mortals 30 years later. If only you'd go eep. Yes. That's a low bar. All right. Let's try and blow something else up. So I have this board here that is from a ForMac LCD that was picked up at VCF East, and when I plugged it in, the cap went pop. We'll see if we can get a... Let me see if I can get a good focus on that. I'll use the microscope, maybe. It's overkill for this, but... You could see it's sort of a bit proud. Yeah. So we're going to remove this. I have brand new caps, and we're just going to recap it. See if we could... get that going again. Now, I am going to have to, as I knock everything over on my desk, I have to make a very quick recapping guide so I remember where I'm putting these caps, because I don't think anybody else is going to have one of these machines ripped open. They're not fun to rip open. All right, So we have one there, one there, one there, one there, one here, and one there. Now the positive pin is something we want to note. And then for these all, the positive pins are on the left. Okay. So this cap here, 470/35. This one here is the 1016. And this is 16 1200 volt, microfarad rather. Yeah, so these are all the same. All right. And this little guy here, which I think that's yeah, it's a 4716 actually. There's one little cap. Oh, actually, there's two of those. There we go. Excellent. So, my quick and dirty recapping guide for that ForMac board, just showing me what side is positive, what's negative, and where all the caps go. Because this board does not have the plus or the minus written on it. So let's double check everything before we rip everything off. Yep, and that's the 35. These are all the same, 1200. And this is the 16-1000. And those are both 47/16s. Perfect. Let's start ripping those caps off. Oh, boy. Yeah, the DOS card runs very hot on the 6100 because the frickin' 6100 ran hot. So you put a DOS card that's located like right above the processor. It's not the best. Someone online did have like, they really went to lengths to make this one to work. They put in one of those, Colin knows the name of this. It's the little, it's the French word, starts with a P. Basically, it's like a cooling pad or whatever that's run by power. They put one of those in and a fan just to keep the darn thing cool. Peltier. Thank you, Colin. All right. So, I'm going to let the machine warm up. I'm going to just put a little bit of fresh solder. Oh, wait, I turned that off. Well, we'll see if this will work without it. These caps should come off fairly easily. I'm hoping. Let's hope I'm right. I mean, kind of. I have to desperately clean this thing because it's probably not helping that I haven't cleaned this in a while. Or ever. Who am I kidding? Oh, it is helpful. There is a square peg wherever the negative line is on these caps. So, from the bottom of the board, you can see that. Oh, it's going to be a pain in the butt, I could tell. My goodness, I thought that I'd just be able to go boop, boop, boop. Apparently not. Well, that's on the ground plane. That ain't going nowhere. In fact, these are all on the frickin' ground plane. Nope. Oh boy. I mean, we're already at 415 degrees. Have to crank this up a little bit. I mean, this one almost wanted to come out, but not quite. This is a a desoldering gun. It's a Pros Kit SS331. It's one of the lower cost ones out there. Hey, it just sort of fell off. But it's I use it for through hole caps. There we go. And it varied success. Let's see if the extra heat helps a little bit. It seems to have. At least in a few instances. We'll come back to some of these stubborn ones. But it heats the solder up, and it's supposed to suck it away. And I am pulling on the cap from the other side because I have a pretty good grip on it, but doesn't always help. So what I think I'm going to do is turn this off. Exactly. I'm going to use some hot air instead, because last time I was having trouble with these, I just used some hot air and boom, saved the day. And hopefully we'll have the same luck. Clearing those out is going to be a little... Clearing the vias out are going to be a pain, but... I guess some flux wouldn't hurt, huh? Awkward to hold this, I'll tell you that. Yeah, that got that one. Yep, nice. That one says no. We'll try this one. Hot, hot. Hold on a second. I have a better idea. Yeah, this whole thing is not doing me any favors. I mean, we got the crusty cap off, so yay. Put that on the side. Hot. Steven, why do you keep dropping the board? It's hot! Hot board, hot potato. Because what I could do is these legs are long enough, I could just... Uh-oh. The soldering iron said error when I plug this in. That can't be good. I don't want this to glow red like it did before. Yay. Yeah, it like sort of communicates with the tips. So, I want to make sure it does that properly. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just add a dab of solder to the end of this and just like warm up one of the legs and see if I could just pluck this out. And I should use some flux. But sometimes that'll help. Almost. I mean, I got the positive side out easily. The negative side, it sort of snapped off, so I'll call that a success. It's a nice Friday afternoon, and what am I doing? I'm ripping capacitors off. That's a productive way to spend my evening. Alright, that worked. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, but you know what? If it works, it works. Little birds are chirping outside, making all bird noises. That one came out right away. I did see a video where somebody couldn't get them out, so what they did was they just they ended up just cutting them and just soldering the new caps to the leads of the old ones. And I'm like, well, you know what? That's one way to do it. Wouldn't necessarily be my method, but you know what? If you gotta do it, that is one way to do it. Alright. So all those are off. Getting some work done. There you go. There's you goes. I likes the way you think, I almost called you Ron. I like the way you think, Ron, too. Wow, Mac84's gotten so big he's forgotten the names of the peoples in his chat, even though they're right in front of him. It's been a long week, folks. It's been a long week. So now I'm just getting these two little 47 microfarad 16 volt caps off. And that one went flying to the floor. Alrighty. So now we'll probably just have to clear all the vias here, which is going to be as fun as you can imagine. But there you go. All the caps are off of there. We're all wrong. And we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, only 7 vias that need to be unclogged. Only 7. Only 7. Got some gunk left behind too. That's exciting. See that Mac84 guy on the YouTubes? He gets excited about gunk. I mean, I don't want to judge people, but I think there's something wrong with him. Alrighty. Look at these fancy traces. Look at that. Look at that. Now I do need to unbury my solder wick here, which I have to open up a new package soon. All right, let's give the old college try, huh? I knew this one was not going to be easy, so I left the big ass soldering tip on here. Oh yeah, this one's going to be easier, I hope. Yep. Of course, we're sort of bending the metal. Oh, that's great. Yeah, we're grabbing those from the other side, I'm sure. Try again. Oh, what a pain in the butt this is, huh? Gunk and scunge and punge and all that fun stuff. All right. Hey, Greg. All right. So we are currently yelling at these vias here, which do not want to come clean. They don't want to come quietly. They want to be pains in the ass. That one's not going anywhere. Look how thick these traces are. Ugh. Yeah, I think I made that one worse. Yep. Well, we're going to try from the other side. Oh, boy. Check the rail which the cap popped. I mean, sure. I mean, this was manufactured like during the capacitor plague. This is 2003, so it would not surprise me if it was just like a bad cap. Because it's right here along, well, you can't see. It's right along this area with all the rest of them. So I'm hoping when I put a new cap on, it just doesn't go pop, 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 and break all of them. Because then, you know, I'm done. Putting that to the side saying, nope, 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 nope. That's a future Steve problem. Sometimes, you know what, it does sincerely help to just put some new solder on there. Look at all the gunk on the bottom of that. Kablamo! Exactly. Kablamo, Garth! I'm sorry, Ron 2. That's your new name. I apologize. So stupid. Oh God! Oh, I breathed in. See, I'm laughing now. Now I'm dying. You know, this is just what you folks expect. Well, it's a pain in the ass, isn't it? Oh God! I really hate boards like this. Well, let's at least try and clear out a few of them. And the rest we could just sort of walk in the capacitors, whereas where you just like heat them up and you just sort of shove the leg down there. I mean, this is my board. I don't care what it looks like, to be honest. Try the desoldering iron again. I would, but there's nothing really for, because that tip is kind of blunt. So unfortunately in this scenario, there's no pin for it to wrap around. And what I usually do is I have to point point the desoldering gun so the pin is touching the outside of the iron, so the heat actually gets transferred down there. And unfortunately, what happens is, without that pin being there, there's not really that much heat transfer. So that's why I'm using this bigger tip, this beveled edge tip here. But this is just like an abnormally... This is all one plane, like at least the ground part of it. It's just insane. I mean, I could lay the soldering iron on this until... Here, let's try and give a peek of this. You can see that is not really doing anything there. That's great. I mean, not great, it sucks, but... And I know there's a lot of solder on this already. Let me clip some of this off. I did put fresh solder on. This is really a pain in the butt, I can tell you that. Yeah, I need a third hand. I need a third hand for some of this stuff. But we'll try a little bit more, and then I'll get frustrated and throw it in the bin. And, you know, it's just what happens. I have this thing cranked up to 425 degrees Celsius, and it's still, you know, not making it easy. So this one is an example of it being easy, because I could just go whoop, and it should heat this up. Even that one's being a pain in the butt. See, I even made that one worse. That one had a clear hole through it. Now it doesn't. I'm Ron 529B. Yeah. Steven's patience is wearing thin. And you know what happens when his patience worsens? He says stupid things. So, for example, that is not going anywhere. Let's just try something fun, huh? Like brute forcing it. Yeah, even the hot air wasn't doing the trick on this one. This board is just a pain in the butt. Alright, we'll need that. We will need... I love how Mouser lets you customize little labels. So I wrote... You can't see. So I wrote like PowerBook 100. See where my finger's pointing to? Right, which is customer part number. I wrote like PowerBook 100, so I know what that's for. And I wrote this like ForMac LCD. It makes it very easy for me to just find this stuff much quicker. As I accidentally put it back in the thing. Because after a while, all the capacitors start to look the same. So like these are PowerBook 100 series inverters. For the inverter, the little... These are too tall, though. Well, it's the only size they had, so we'll figure that out. This is the ForMac LCD. I should have one more. Nope. These are also for that. What are these? 35470, yeah. And there should be one more. Can't find it because I have the dumb. Hold on. Ugh. $16.47. Yeah, these are fine. Could steal a few of these, huh? All right, let's try with the small one first. So this guy is going like that. And what I'm going to do is just heat up the leg and let it poke through. And it's stuck, but I need some little help. And again, doesn't have to be pretty. But there it goes. Whee! I'll get it to sit flush eventually. Maybe. This is so janky. It's like action retro level of jank here. Not in a bad way, though. In a respectable way. You try changing the battery. Retro techie, yes. This usually works better when you have one via that's empty. Then you could just sort of like force it. This scenario is more of a pain in the ass. Hot. See, I did get it through. Kind of. Note to self, don't do stupid thing like I do. Because I stupid. I mean, I smart sometimes, but I also stupid sometimes. There we go. I mean, that's a perfectly sitting... The cap is perfectly sitting fine. Oh, God. Get this microscope out of the way. We're not using that anymore. No, we're doing stupid stuff. If it works, it works. There we go. And just a pain in the butt because I have to do this with both legs here. In fact, let's get even stupider. Is that possible? Yes. There we go, see? It's getting there. You all doubted me, rightfully so. But we're getting there. Hopefully we only have to do this for like a few exceptions. Such a pain in the butt. Garth is like, no. The fun is getting it even. I should have evened up the legs before I did any of this stupid tomfoolery. I mean, it's getting there. Everyone just look away. This is not me teaching somebody how to do something. This is me being frustrated and realizing I have like a bunch more of these to go. And I don't want to spend an hour doing this. Because I bet when I plug this stupid thing in, the caps are going to blow anyway. So it's going to be like, what the hell was the point? It's the most jankiest way to do this, I guarantee you that. And to anybody who's going to be like, you're doing it wrong, you don't know how a pain in the butt this board is. I guarantee you. It's so stupid. See, now I pulled it too far. There we go. And I probably screwed up the metal there on the via and all this crap, but you know what? I don't care. Oh yeah, I broke that little metal ring. That's fine. That's fine. That's all. We're all good. We're all fine. Oh yeah, that's a bit borked. But we're good. We did it. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. This is one cap out of what, 20? Some ungodly amount. Oh, this is so stupid. Yeah, well, it's there. Yes, sorry. Time could be here for hours. But I don't want to be here for hours. I want to move on to something else, like when I'm done with this. But all right, these should be fairly easy. All right, so we have this one here. That is the 1000 microfarad 16. That's the one that went pop. Not that one. This one. So this ForMac monitor was advertised. It's a German company. They also made some accelerators and such. But it was advertised to be similar to Apple's display, but cheaper. So that was their whole gimmick. Oh, and this is just slightly smaller than this cap, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And so, you know, I always lusted after them in magazines because I'm like, I can't afford an Apple display by far, and I can't afford this either. But you know, it looks neat. I mean, this I was able to push the leg through, but it's still a bit. I don't even think those little solder pins would help me in this situation. Or maybe they would. Too bad I broke the smallest one. I literally broke the damn thing. What a pain in the butt this is. I mean, you could see, if I switch to this, you can see the holes are fairly clear, but there's still crap there. And I bet you if I try and clear these out, I'm going to make it much worse. Much, much worse. Where did the thing go? There it is. I cannot come at this from a good angle. There's too much stuff here. See, that made it worse. All it did was melt the solder from the surrounding area and put it right in the middle of the damn thing. I don't really want to work on this anymore. I'd rather work on PowerBooks. by having a massive ground plane. Position the fleet against the ground plane. It'll be a trap for the Imperials. So stupid. Oh God. I mean, hey, that one did it. Yay. I did verify the polarity, thankfully. Well, I think. Now you have me second guessing myself. Yes, the polarity on the cap I put it in is fine. This one should also be fine. And we have one. Are you kidding me? What a pain in the ass this is. Hold on, I have a little thingamajig. There it is. I doubt that helped, but kind of. Yay! Oh, come on. You're halfway in. Just keep on going in the freaking via. This would never happen with an Apple display part. And you're like, why aren't you making yourself big? Because I do not condone the stupid things I'm doing. This is just out of frustration at this point. Oh, come on. The hole is empty. The rest of the frickin' leg went through. Why won't you? Alright. Now these have to sit up a little bit because the cap was actually bent from the factory. Like, that's how it was. Alright, so negative is that way. Yep. Alright, excellent. Alright, so let's put some solder on this one. And it's out of focus for you and me. Isn't that great? Power supplies and analog boards have so much through holes. You wonder why I don't accept those for repairs when I did repairs. It's like, no. No, thank you. All right. Many more to go, but we're on our way. Maybe. All right, so the next one is a 470 35 volt. That's this guy here. All this packaging for 4 little capacitors. I always buy 2 or 3 more capacitors extra. Put the board in the microwave to preheat it. Where's your tiny drill set? I didn't get one. You know how stupid I was, like, about to purchase this stupid thing. Instead, I'm going down a 10 gigabit Ethernet rabbit hole and just dumping money into that, which I'm sure will come back to haunt me at some point. But well, this cap is too tall to sit in that way, so we're gonna have to, like, turn it like that, because the other cap was shorter, wasn't it? Yeah, these are too tall. You know, it'll be fine. Whatever. I really don't care that much. So I just want the damn thing to work. If the cap is working, then that's fine. I'll have to sit like that, like weird. You can't see. What the hell am I doing? But whatever. Yeah, YouTube's been acting a little strange lately. And then YouTube is like, or Google is like, oh yeah, we're gonna delete inactive accounts. That's like 30% of YouTube videos. Or like, you know, some guy who uploaded like billions of Apple press conferences and all this stuff, and then it's like they never were seen again. And yeah, the quality's like potato, but that's like the only like archive we have of that stuff. So, what's gonna happen? It's all gonna be deleted. Just stupid. A lot of stupid things going on today. Alright. Next up we have the 1216s. Let's continue with that. Yeah, but no one's gonna scrape the entirety of YouTube. Ain't nobody got time for that. Wait, which ones did I just put in there? Yeah, those are right. Well, I heard they would be. But who knows? Either way, if they're deleting videos, that's dumb. If they're deleting spam accounts, that's fine. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm getting at. Alright, so we need a few of these. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. But I'm a hoarder. I hoard videos and clips and PDFs and stuff because, you know, I've had a number of times where I go to, like, check out something and the site's gone. And maybe the Wayback Machine didn't capture all the images or something, or the links are, like, bad. But thankfully, I have a bunch of geeky friends who do similar things. We're like, oh, yeah, I have a copy of that. And I'm like, can you please send me a copy? Because it no longer exists. And then they upload it to Macintosh Garden or archive.org or something like that. Ooh, Colin has a news article for me to read. I hope it's good news. Google says, inactive account policy won't delete years of YouTube videos. Yay! When did that article come out? Yesterday? 2 days ago. Okay, so, hey, that's good. Still, I'm glad they did that, but, like, that's kind of scary, though, when you think about it. It's like, I was like, yeah, bye. That would have sucked. Alright, so, let's try and put this, speaking of sucking, let's try and put this capacitor in. Let's use this. This was what remained of a manual drill set I had, but it's no longer that sharp. I mean, it helps a little bit. Good. I'm glad YouTube channels are safe. Thank you very much for correcting my nonsensical rant there. Oh, come on. See, the cap went in like halfway. Like, without heating it up, it just, like, started going, and then it's like, you know what? Making that too easy for you. We're going to say no. I have to freaking pull it through with pliers. How ridiculous is that? Yeah, this one is barely going in. How stupid is this? Very. The answer is very. Very, very stupid. I'm repairing an LCD that is a pile of crap, probably. And I bet you when I plug this in, it's just going to pop all over again. Like, that is my prediction. Unfortunately. I would love to be proven wrong. But I have a bad feeling that I won't be. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Diablo Canyon 1. Why can't you be more like Diablo Canyon number 2? Alright, well, it kind of went in there. Ugh. You know, I get it. Storage space ain't cheap, but, like, you know, the internet and YouTube and all these companies make money off of ads from content. So it's like, you probably want to keep some of it around. Do something easy like a Mac Portable. Oh, God. Let's see if I can do it this way. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. Close enough. It's so stupid. All right. And that one's going to be a pain in the ass. That one's going to be a pain in the ass. And that one's going to be a pain in the ass. We have so many more caps to go. Yay. Steven's angry. This is not one of the easiest streams I've done. Like last stream, I got 3 machines working. I was like 1, 2, 3. I was like, yay. This stream, not so lucky. Mr. Sean of Action Retro just sent me a very tantalizing image. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's nice. Okay, let's do the same thing here. No, you know what? I'm going to clip these to be the right size. Flux this up. Sorry that you can't really see much. You're just sort of like being my cheerleaders at the moment. But I assure you it is appreciated. I mean, the cap could just stand up like that, right? Like the other leg is fine. It's just this is a freaking ground plane, and it's just like sucking up everything. There's no feasible way to get this damn capacitor in there unless I really like have a better way of heating this up. And I'm gonna probably use the heat gun. So let me get some of these seated, and I'll go back to the heat gun and see if that helps. At least get them started, you know. I can just clip this off too, because screw you, capacitor. Play Glyph of Vintage and be frustrated over something else. I like that suggestion. Alrighty, let's try this one. It's such a pain in the butt. It's just so not worth it. If I knew that that stupid display would cost me this much agony, I would have been like, you know what? Let someone else pay for it. No, I don't want it. Isn't that a thing of beauty? Oh God, Bruce, you don't want to know, man. Look at the ground plane on this frickin' thing. Look at it. Look at it. It's not taking anything from me. It's like nope, nope, nope. So we're just gonna heat this up and burn our fingertips off at this point. Perfect. Perfection. Oh, this is so stupid. I need like to hold this and like it's a very bad idea. It removed the cap from the board. That's not what I want to do. This is not working. Oh God, this is such a pain in the ass. I like really... Where's the off button? It's really so stupid. No, this is low melt solder is not going to help because this board is sucking up all the heat, and that's why I am not successful in everything that I'm trying here. I'm just gonna keep at it with the soldering iron. Do not attempt this at home, anybody. I am a trained idiot. Do not attempt anything I am doing, or about to do, or will do. This is a pain in the ass. Yeah, I need a board heater. That's what it's probably going to come down to me spending money on another accessory. And this is a thick board too. Look how thick this board is. Bruce! It's any consolidation. What you're doing doesn't look hard. Screw this. I was just moving on to something more fun. Holy crap, this is a pain in the ass. I don't want to do this anymore. Alright, what are these? I'm going to put these back in the right thing. That's the right one. That's let's move on to some damn PowerBooks. Oh yeah, no worries, Justin. Oh God. Let's move on to some freaking PowerBooks, man. This could wait like forever. All right. Hope you're happy, Bruce. You pushed me over the edge. Oh, God. All right, let me get my PowerBook parts. Alright, so this is a PowerBook 100. This is mine. And we got a whole bunch of screws. And these caps I'm going to put over here. So we have the logic board. Oh, there's even a capacitor on the trackpad. And I bet it's a value I don't have. 0.22 microfarad, 50 volts. Well, that better be in good shape because I don't have that on hand. There's a little memory board there. Running out of space to put crap. I know electrical outlet. But do you have the mouse capacitor? The trackpad capacitor? You add that to your site. 0. I can't even see that. I think it's a 5. Or 2. I think it's a 2. Let's see what we got here. You can update your site. Courtesy of me going blind. There it is. 0.22 microfarad, 50 volt. And that is on the trackball. You do have the 2. There's 2? Mine only has 1. Mine doesn't have anything for C5. Logitech. Maybe mine's... Oh, wait. No, there it is. I'm an idiot. Yep, right there. And that is... 16 volts. What the hell's the... Tell me your secrets. 10 microfarad, 16 volt. Okay, I have one of those. Alright, well, we're putting that aside. That's not going to be the problematic one. So this is a 10 microfarad 16. We can whip this off. Ow. I'm going to swap the soldering iron tip so I can actually do some fancy work here. More delicate work, rather. Alrighty. Let's do a calming reset. Why is this like pointed at just like my shins? Like, ooh. I need to get a better arrangement here, but we'll work with what we got for now. Alrighty, so let's get this sucker off the board. This is really crusty, so I don't think the hot air gun is going to do us too many favors, and it's right next to some delicate plastic. Yay! Oh, this stinks like hell. Oh god, that's terrible. Move this here. No, that's a bad spot for it. Crusty, crusty solder. Hey, let's watch this. It's my board. I don't care. You're doing it wrong. You're gonna hurt it. Oh no. I squished it dead. Steve has become a maniac. Steve needs more flux. Delicious, delicious flux. Melted plastic. This is just out of frustration. I had to take my frustration on another board. Oh, look how crusty this was. Ugh. Oh god, this is terrible. Oh my god, this is absolutely horrible. Look at that. Just look. Need to clean this up a lot. I mean, oh god, the smells I'm smelling right now are not healthy for me, I'm sure. Oof. That's a stinky one. These are not ideal. Let's clean this up a little bit. That's delicious there. That should be enough. So that's a, what is it, 10 microfarad, 16 volt? Where's my teeny tiny ones of those? Let's see. Here they are. I did not note the polarity of it, but I'm pretty sure positive is pointing towards that guy. Let's confirm that. Yes, it is. All right. Well, according to the other capacitor there. And I know it looks kind of crummy still. I don't care. It's mine. I cleaned it up when I cleaned it up, which is never. Ideally, you'd want to clean all this gunk off the pad. I'm a little bit impatient today, and this is mine, so whatever. But, yeah. Oh, that's great. It's great to smell different caps, especially when they're not leaking. All right, so that's the little memory slash processor board. Look at the little tiny little 68HC000F C16 processor. Put that to the side. Now, welcome to the main event. Look, I have a little memory dealie there. A little daughter board thing. This has a ton of capacitors on it. And, oh yeah, that looks good. Oh, that looks very good. No wonder this stupid thing didn't turn on. Yeah, it's going to be great. Gonna be absolutely great. Well, might as well get it over with. Whee! And again, there's plastic everywhere, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Alright, good. Solder's actually sticking to some of these pads. It's usually not the way I would like to take caps off, but there's so many in a small area that just might just make it a little bit easier for me. You want to be very careful when you're doing this because it could stress out the pads and could rip them off, so be careful. Yeah. Well, hopefully you could learn something by my frustration there, Colin. I mean, these tiny ones, thankfully, are just flying off the board, so they're not too terrible. This L4 thing is going to get some heat right on it, right next to it. What is L, an inductor? Oh, look how! Ooh, look at all that cap juice under there. That was a leaky boy. Mine's completely dead. I think I saw flickering on the screen when I last made a video about it. But other than that, is dead. Ugh, it smells awful. All right. I mean, just look how close this is to everything. I mean, come on. I mean, just look at this. This is ridiculous. I don't even know if I can fit my damn iron in there. I'm having to like push into the plastic. And I'm sure I'm melting the side of this inductor, but hopefully I'm not hurting it too much. No wonder people rip these off. Oof. Oof. Look at that. That didn't leak at all, huh? This is a good picture. Let me focus this a bit better. Delicious cap leakage there. Yum, yum, yum. Disgusting. Yeah, that pad's a little weak now, but should be fine. Should be fine. I bet this is leaked because look what it did to that. Pain in the butt. Well, I don't use vinegar. I use isopropyl alcohol. 99 times out of 100 works okay. So, but I do have some white vinegar. Probably I would do that like after I have everything off if I had to really get something. Ugh. This cotton swab have seen better days, but just trying to get all the crud off of there. Alright, where to next? This little happy bunch. Oh, goodness. The electrical outlet has a great little website with capacitor values for the PowerBook 100. I was actually making a guide for it, and then I stumbled upon theirs. I'll probably still finish making my guide just, for completionist's sake, because, I'm stubborn and I'm like, oh, I'll just finish it. But very, very helpful because it has all the areas and locations for all the little capacitors. And this board has tons of them just everywhere. And I'm blaming Sony because they designed the damn thing. More cap leakage. Oh boy. It's not cheap, but I had to settle and get some 91% instead of 99% recently. So it was all the store by me had. I have to do an online order of just like a gallon of this stuff. How is it nearly 9 o'clock already? Oh gosh. Time flies when you're being frustrated, huh? I have to pick up my wife from the train station. Not now, but like in a bit. So we'll see how brave I am prolonging whatever the hell I'm doing here. Ugh. This is tiring. So many freaking caps. So many caps. Yes. Time flies. Yeah, I did do that a few years ago, Bruce. Like right around 2020 when all this stuff was hard to find. I was able to score like a gallon or 2 gallons of it for like $70 shipped or something like that, which was not bad at all because you couldn't get it anywhere. So I probably have to do that again. It's just insane that 3 years later, that stuff is still hard to come by. Oh, God. Look at these 2 little capacitors. Just hanging out right there. Oh, gosh. You're coming off. You almost blended in. You're just like right up next to pins. Let's get you off of there. Oh, this is a stinky one. Oof, that's terrible. Oh, God. Colin, when you do this, I hope you have a more ventilated area than I do. Oh, that's ripe. I bet that's not connected where it should be anymore. I still have the modem on here? Well, that's stupid of me. What am I talking about? I'm Mr. Modem. I like modems. They make beep sounds. Where is Ron? He conned me into doing this. You need something to recap. Do you want to recap this ForMac LCD board? Or I could send you back the cranky machines you sent me. That were very cranky. We'll have to circle back to those eventually. But boy, are they cranky. I get this darn thing off. Ugh. I know where Joe is, but I can't do it like Joe. Alright, that was my vain attempt at dial-up noises. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more caps to remove. They're just hiding everywhere. Like these two. These two right here by the reset and whatever buttons, interrupt buttons. Oh, those are yours. I just want the easy ones. No, that wasn't part of the deal. Move this little memory board upgrade thingamabooble. It's really stuck on there. There we go. Whee, come on. You can do it. Get off the dang board. Oh, that's crusty. That looks delicious. Ugh. We're going to have some massive cleanup to do after we get all these off. Oh, here's another one. Anybody who ever has to recap one of these boards, you have my sympathy. Hello. Yes, we are doing another stream as I am losing what remains of my sanity. Trying to remove all these disgusting capacitors off of my PowerBook 100. Which is easier said than done. There's so much plastic and so many components tightly packed in here that I am opting to do this just with a soldering iron. And I see that solder ball. You come over here. Yeah, well, you know, I'm not going to... I twisted one off as an example, but I'm not doing that. This board is fragile enough with the amount of things that I'm sure could just rip off and give me more work to do. And that's generally something I don't condone because I get people who watch this stuff and they go, oh yeah, I could do that without watching any precursor videos or anything like that. And they'll be like, why, I broke it. And I'm like, yeah, you don't want to do that. Like if you're comfortable with doing that, like yeah, that's fine. But like there's a level of skill involved and patience, and you have to develop a feel for it and all this stuff. And yeah, you don't want to do that your first time and break something or like destroy a trace off the board or anything like that. Oh, this one smells terrible. Oh, it's because I'm melting the plastic. Oops. Oh well. I was like, why does it smell like plastic? I melted the plastic. It's just plastic. But it's like in the worst spot. Like I have to hold the tweezers down so I don't... Oh, this sucks, man. Ugh. Ugh, look how crusty that was underneath. Taking off like a dozen capacitors so far. There's still plenty. Hey, One Bit Fever Dreams, how's it going? And Trevrudin, and Juxtapose, and anybody else I missed. Hello, hello, hello. Non-such X, hello. Alright, how many we got left to remove on this crummy board here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. These are through holes. Whee! Oh, that's a lot of crud underneath, too. This capacitor goo knows no bounds. Especially by this big-ass voltage regulator thingamabobber. Looks awful. Oh, thank you very much, Frank. I practice on burnt-out appliance control boards I've collected over the years. That's a great thing to do. Yeah, if it's junk anyway, might as well do whatever the hell you want to it. Make it useful. Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much for the super chat. Yep. Steve is up here on saying hello to people. Hi. What am I doing again? That's right, ripping caps off this thing. So we have a few through holes here. We have 5 of them. Hopefully they'll be fairly easy to do. We'll see. We will see. That's not too bad. We got another one on the ground plane. Isn't that nice? So considerate. Alright, that worked. Ah, that actually is a decent method. I'm sort of like twisting the pin and it just moves enough to come out of here. 5300 CD, yes, it doesn't hurt to like just, especially those because the logic board just swaps out, it doesn't hurt to take a look and just see if you could spot anything leaky. Because, you know, I haven't had to do many PowerMacs, but their time will come. They were only released a few years after the 68K machines, so time has not been kind to old capacitors, and those will be no exception, I'm sure. I'm dreading that, but oh, come on. Why can't I do this one? I can't even see what I'm looking at here. It's been... How long have we been going here for? I don't know. I'm the crazy man riding the show. Running the show? Riding the show? How do you ride a show? I guess you run a show. Let's see. I think I started around 6 of 7, 8, 9. Oh, gosh. Going for a while. One less cap on the board. Ugh, 3 more to go. 75 years. It feels like it, doesn't it, Eric? That one came off very easily. Eric gave me some good luck, and it just made the cap go whee and fly right off of the board. This leg doesn't want to come out, though. There we go. Jeez. Alright, now the last cap is in this general direction. Oh, boy. Well, some caps look fine, but they've dried out, you know, or some you won't see any goo until you remove them, so... You can't always rely on visual indicators, unfortunately. Alright. I think that's it. That's the last of the damn caps on this board. That was fun. I have a fume extractor. I need to actually use the damn thing. It's unplugged because I'm an idiot. Let me plug it in. Ugh. And then people are going to be saying, but I hear a noise on the stream. Oh well. Alright, so not looking terrible. We just have a lot to clean up. Oh no, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I forget. I forget. Look at how crusty and delicious all this is. Mm-mm. Hold on, I have to reposition this hose or it's not going to work right. What'd I do? Delicious. Ugh. I hear a noise. That's disgusting. Oh boy. That's disgusting. Oh. Sorry. No, not done yet. We're on a stupid PowerBook 100. And you know what? I'm going to have to do the stupid display after this, so I don't know if we're even going to be able to test anything today. Maybe we'll continue tomorrow, because Oh. At least I feel better doing this than that stupid LCD board before, I tell you that much. Just trying to get a nice blob of solder where all this crud used to be. I think that's decent. Might as well reflow some of these, huh? Oh, gosh. That's a neat idea. Oops. That pad wanted to come free. And I said, no! Don't tell my wife. Oh, boy. I'm fine. It's all fine. It's all lovely. Look at these dead bugs. Oh, this is sticky. That's why there are dead bugs here. They got stuck. Alright. This looks like hot garbage. Let's clean that up. There's traces around here too. What the hell was Sony thinking? Just trying to get some of the crud off of this thing. Make sure that this is actually connected. Alright. No, she went into New York City for some things. She should be back Should be on the bus or the train fairly soon. Oh, God. So now I get to suck all the solder out from these little vias here. Let's see if this will be easier than that stupid LCD board, huh? I hope so. For the sake of everybody watching at home, I hope so. Nope. That one did all right. That one did okay. See, this is how you should be able to do it. That LCD board, man, was putting up a frickin' fight every step of the way. Yeah, there's still some ground planes and crap we're going to have to battle with, but this is working a lot better than the other one is. Yeah, I have a sewing kit somewhere. I have no idea where the hell it is. I'm just ruining that pad too. That's great. Great party. Thanks to Phil. Hey, look at that. Still going. Yeah, I'll come back to that. Sometimes you get them from the bottom, though. Sometimes not. Ah, so close. I'm just destroying it. Oh boy. Ugh. At least there's nice little diagrams at the bottom that tells you like it's a capacitor. That's pretty neat. Thanks, Sony. Oh, thank goodness. Bruce is going to stream maybe in like a half hour. So I can get the hell out of here. Bruce messaged me to give me a heads up and apologized. I'm like, no, thank God. Save me. Save me. You watch somebody else struggle for a while. That one's still not doing nothing. Let's try this one. – Nope. Kind of. Yeah, that one's fine. See, if I just have like one I have to poke through, it's not too bad. So at least if I have... That's where all that solder went. Have you tried through-hole needles? Yes. I have that, but the smallest needle I have is broken. Here's what's left of it. You can see the needle part is missing. But yeah, those usually do help. I do have another pack of them. Let me see if that has the missing one. Ugh. Ugh. Got some more. That one... This one would almost work. That's still too big. Here's the smaller one. Yeah, this might work. But again, I'll probably break it. Yes, Bruce, do you have a time yet for yours? Was it 15, 20 minutes? Let me click on it. Bruce is streaming in 15 minutes. Alright, so I'm gonna clean up some of these so we can put some caps on, but probably gonna leave the caps to put on another day because I still have to clear off space to assemble the PowerBook and all this stuff, and I have to do the display also. So it's gonna be a bit of an ordeal. So not a marathon here. I want to watch Bruce suffer for a while. I mean stream for a while. I just am going down a gigabit Ethernet, 10 gigabit Ethernet rabbit hole, which is fun because I'm building a new network attached storage, and before I try spending money on like a Synology or something like that, I'm using a FreeNAS solution with some old hardware I have, and I want to see if I could actually edit my Final Cut Pro stuff on my Mac Studio off of a network attached storage unit. And looks like I can, but I'll need the proper networking stuff, so I just bought a boatload of switches and adapters and all that sort of stuff. And the next few days I should hopefully have enough to test some theories out. Hope I'm doing this right. I'm probably not. But I sort of like make a drilling motion back and forth with my fingers as I heat up the metal. I've had success, minor success, doing this before, but yeah, the problem is I need an 8-bay unit. And those kind of run upwards of $2,000. So I kind of really want to test and confirm my assumptions before I even consider saving up and putting down that much money. Hey, BK, how's it going? This is not cooperating. Well, that's great. That's just great. Let's try another one. Eep! Eep, I say! Heat the needle first. Like with a hot air gun? We could try that. Where's the hot air gun? Just for fun. Yeah, there we go. I think I did that before. I think that's how I heated the metal out of the needle. They all seem to have ransomware hacks, unfortunately. Thankfully, I see a little need to connect mine to the internet. Hey, how about that? Alright, where else am I struggling? Here? There's no sense in doing this over the under the microscope, sorry. I'm just going to end up burning myself. I'm not letting the needle get too hot, but this is also very stubborn. And I'm also stubborn. I'll try from the other side. There we go. Oh, goodness. Oh. Alright, let's take a look-see. Oh, we just have one more to do. And then I think we'll wrap it up here. We've had so much fun today, I know. I have to hold this in a better way here. Excellent. That doesn't allow left turns except where it does. That sounds alright. Alright, well, I got all of the through holes out. Wrong way, wrong way. So I got that going for me. So, what did we accomplish today? Well, we completed that work on the 475, 476, whatever you want to call it. We started working on that ForMac board, got upset with it, and threw it away. And I'll probably use the hot air gun and fix it up. We're halfway there, maybe, with our PowerBook 100 board. So what I've done is I've removed all the caps, and we got all those through holes clear. So when it's time to put the new ones on, this will make it a lot easier for me, hopefully. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it a break there for now. My good friend Bruce at Brankus Creations is probably just about to stream, or has already started streaming. If you are not subscribed to Bruce's channel, I'd certainly recommend doing so. He has a lot of similar recapping work and content like that. And if you enjoy this, you'll enjoy his work. And, sorry, catch up on the chat. Yeah, I mean, the NAS I'm building is going to be of similar size to Everyden, but that's just for every time I record a video, it's at least 60 gigabytes, and that's if I'm doing 1080p. If I'm doing 4K, it's at least double that. The Macintosh clones video I did, that was very, very convoluted. That was 250 gigabytes of data. So it just gets eaten up so quickly. So I'm building an NAS to just try and stay on top of things. We'll see how that works. But I'm gonna make a video about it eventually. We'll go from there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have a little bit of a break now. Looks like Bruce is streaming in 6 minutes, so you have 6 minutes to go take a potty break, and then let me put the link in here. Well, that's what I was saying before, Justin. I have the tower right here. This big old tower here has so many bays, so I have 4 18 terabyte drives in there now. Whoopsie. And I have another 4 I could put in there. Look at Bruce's face. So I'm doing tests there now, and I have a bunch of gigabit networking, 10 gigabit networking stuff coming. And then that will let me do some tests to see if the speed is going to work, if the software solution works, and if not, I could figure that out. But oh, Frank, yes, it was great meeting you, and I forget the face already, but I'm sure I'll see you next time. I'm terrible with faces and names, but thank you very much for stopping by, and Eep, thank you very much for the super chat. And yeah, might stream tomorrow, Sunday. I'm gonna be busy, so I can't, but we'll see. If not, Monday. We'll figure that out. But well, thank you, Gupom. Yeah, that's so. I'm gonna be wow. Yeah, the swap meet in June is gonna be fun. Yeah, so I'm gonna be playing around with that network attached storage stuff, and that's gonna be taking up some time. But hopefully, I'll be able to return to this fairly soon, because I want to. This is mine. I want to get it working. And I have a bunch of stuff from Ron. I have to get his working too. But oh my god, it's a pain in the butt to recap these. And I have one that I promised someone I'd look at. I don't know if I want to do it anymore. But anyway, thank you very much for sticking around, and thanks for all the likes, the subscribes, the super chats, all that fun stuff. I'm going to find where the end stream button is, and I'm going to click it. But really appreciate everyone hanging out today. Thank you again for all the support and the super chats. And I'll see you next time. Go watch Bruce's stream. Bye.